Y'all, the gaslighting and the lying that I'm about to show you right now, spewing from Jasmine Crockett on CNN, has even Caitlin Collins going, "You're lying straight to my face. This is going to make your jaw drop." This is impressive, even for Jasmine Crockett. Now, as you guys get in here, I'm not going to bury the lead. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. You, of course, can follow me on X at Braden if you would like. But let's get right into it. This is, as usual, the show leading into our 9 p.m. Eastern Time live show. Be there. It's going to be phenomenal and a blast, and I love to see you guys there every night. All right, listen. We're going to jump right into this because this whole scenario with the woman Plaskett from Virgin Islands, where she was texting Jeffrey Epstein, this has quite the backfire element. In fact, the Democrats are quite in a pickle because now they feel the need to go out and create a unified front on the media talk show circuit to explain why it was perfectly fine for for the Democrats to be texting, financing, and soliciting communications from Jeffrey Epstein, but bad for Donald Trump. This is comically amazing. But don't worry, we have peak stupid that you're about to hear coming out of Representative Jasmine Crockett. Oh man, listen to this. Y'all, your jaw's about to drop. Get the popcorn. Let's get it.
Democrat who's been on defense over Jeffrey Epstein is Stacey Plaskett. She represents the Virgin Islands. She was texting with Jeffrey Epstein the day of Michael Cohen's hearing. Her questions pretty closely followed the text messages between the two of them to ask about Rona Graff, Trump's longtime assistant. You were defending her today, or in recent days, yesterday, and you talked about Republicans taking money from a Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on?
Just listen. Because in a normal world, a normal human would be like, yeah, that's my bad. I didn't mean to imply that all the Republicans took money from Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, like, yeah, sure I said it, and sure I implied it, and sure I made a big stink about it, and I said it on the House floor. But nope, that's not what Cupcake Jasmine Crockett says. She is ready. She came so ready. Caitlin Collins is not having it. Oh my goodness, she wasn't ready. Watch this.
On the people that
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled. And that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when Lee Zeldin had something to say, all he had to say was it was a different Jeffrey Epstein. He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein, so at least I wasn't trying to mislead people. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says, is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein.
Was I trying to mislead people? No, I would never do that by saying that on the House floor, and there's actually a video clip of me doing it, actively happening and occurring on the House floor. But have I actually looked into it? No. But did I make the accusation? Absolutely. But was I trying to mislead anybody? Are you kidding me? And this is the big point. And y'all, I need to hear you in the comments on this one, because I genuinely think we're going to have a little pop-off session about this in our live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. How many of you guys are just sick of being lied directly to our faces? Because there's going to be no consequence for Jasmine Crockett being this obtuse. You and I both know it's not going to happen. She's just being asinine because that's what she wants. That's what her constituents want. That's what she gets to do because she has that privilege to do it in the United States of America. Amazing, awesome, great. That doesn't mean she's not an absolute dill hole. Everybody and their brother, if you have eyes, ears, or even a brain cell amongst you knows that's exactly what she was trying to do. But, don't let it distract from the fact that the Jeffrey Epstein thing is kind of falling back on Democrats. In fact, look what Chris Cillizza says. This guy used to work for CNN, and he's a Democrat. This is ridiculous. She clearly meant to insinuate the donations from that Jeffrey Epstein. Why can no one say I was wrong and I'm sorry anymore? Because that's not what it's about. It's about Orange Man bad. It's about I'm virtuous because I'm fighting the tyrannical bent of Donald Trump, the fascist, the autocrat, the oligarch. It's all about that. It's not about truth. It's not about fact. It's not about apology. It's not about anything other than fact. I'm saying stuff, so you got to pay attention to me. This is insanely obvious. But don't worry, we're going to keep on going. In fact, Meghan McCain, and I'll show you guys tonight, The View even lost her on this one. My dad has been dead for 7 years, at Representative Jasmine. He never met Jeffrey Epstein, let alone took money from him. The Jeffrey Epstein you were referencing is an entirely different human being. You have mashed potatoes for brains, you absolute joke. Doesn't matter about her brains. What it matters is she gets to do the whole clap back and say, ooh, I'm fighting Donald Trump, the oligarch. It's absolutely asinine. Let me show you what Fox News says. Trump official fires back at Dems' Epstein donor claim. That's a totally different person. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin sarcastically called Jasmine Crockett a genius. Yeah, we all know that's not the case. But genuinely, this is just asinine, y'all. It has nothing to do about being accurate. It's all about just spewing something for the cameras because you're a representative and you have a bent for attention. You can be wrong, you can be accusatory, you can do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't really matter. And I already showed you that. In fact, let's go out of order a little bit. Let me look down in my bookmarks real quick. I'm going to show you what the View even said. And y'all, again, I like to say this a lot in my videos. If you are on Team D or Team Blue and you have lost the media, you've done goofed. Watch this. This is the View saying, yeah, no, this is stupid.
I mean, but also sex abuse of children.
When she said, my team looked into this quickly, when you're going to throw out an accusation that big, which we all know this case is that big, just own it, say it was a mistake, and move on, because to then try to say, well, they lie and we don't lie, again, it's the distrust in Congress and our politicians.
But the bottom line is, and you've said this before, Sarah, this is not a partisan issue. This is not a
right, but I'm
political
speaking
issue.
purely to don't sling an accusation out on the congressional floor and not dial it back quickly, abruptly say, I got it wrong, and move on, because it isn't political. It's criminal.
I mean,
but also
Okay, I'll agree with a lot of what you said. I'll say one little thing that's not exactly correct. You can't say it's not political. Because every single thing that we've seen has been 100% political. They didn't talk a word about it while the shutdown was going on. Then all of a sudden, it was the magical thing that everyone had to talk about and no one could shut up about. Then Donald Trump, the Republicans would never pass it. They did. He signed it. Well, now he's hiding in deleted files. It never ends. It's all political. But for even the View to come out and go, yeah, no, she's being a bit of an asshat, that's a pretty impressive bar, even for Jasmine Crockett. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you tonight on the 9 p.m. live stream, Eastern time, of course. I'm Braden. See you later.